Therefore, one has to be aware of one's conditioning. Then the problem arises, who is to be aware of the conditioning? You follow? There is only conditioning, not to be aware of the conditioning. I don't know if you see this. The moment I am aware of my conditioning, there is a duality, isn't there? I, who am aware of my particular conditioning. And hence, the one who is aware wants to change his conditioning, break it down, be free from it. Therefore, that creates conflict, right? All division is bound to create conflict. Right? So look, the Catholic and the Protestant, you've got a very good example. Any division is bound to bring about contradiction, conflict, and strife. If I say I will be aware of my conditioning, there is immediately a contradiction, a separation. So, to be aware of one's conditioning. You see, not I am going to be aware of my conditioning is one thing, and the other is to be aware of it. Non-verbally, because the word is not the thing, and therefore the actual perception of it. I don't know. Can you do this? Not that it's a group therapy, or analysis, for God's sake, none of all that stuff. But actually, is one aware of this conditioning? To be aware that I'm a Hindu. Awareness implies looking, being aware without any choice. The moment you have a choice, it's a fragmentation. So can you observe yourself without any image of yourself? The image of yourself is the conditioning. Right? And to observe without any image, which means I don't know what I am. I'm going to find out. In that there is no assumption, conclusion. Therefore the mind is free to observe, to learn. Right? But in learning, the moment there is an accumulation, right, you have stopped learning. I have supposed that I have observed myself, and I see I am this. It's a fact. And that from that observation I have learnt something about myself. Having learnt about myself is the past. Right? With that past knowledge, I am going to observe. Right? Therefore I cease to observe. It's only the past is observing. I don't, right? So can the mind observe without accumulating? You understand the problem? Just look at the problem first, not what to do. When you understand the problem very clearly, action follows naturally. I observe myself, and through that observation I have learned something. After having learned, I further observe. Having learned more, I go on to observe. Therefore, the observer becomes the analyzer, right? Right? Please do see this. Let's go along. Huh? The observer, the analyzer, is the result of many things he has learned about himself. And with the eyes of the past, as the analyzer, as the person who has accumulated knowledge, he examines, he looks, he learns. Right? So the past is always trying to learn of what is going on in the present. Is this clear? So can there be a learning that is watching, observing, without any sense of accumulation? So that the mind is always fresh to learn. So only such a mind is a free mind. So can the mind be free of thought in observing, in learning?